It all began with a single, unassuming package, a gift from a distant relative who traveled to places most people only read about in forgotten books. Inside, nestled on a bed of dark velvet, was a seed unlike any Alex had ever seen. It was no bigger than his thumbnail, shaped like a polished riverstone, but its surface swirled with iridescent colors that shifted from deep violet to emerald green under the light. A thrill of pure excitement coursed through him. This was not something you found at the local garden center. With careful hands, Alex filled a terracotta pot with rich, dark soil, his small apartment feeling more like a laboratory for the unknown. He pressed the mysterious seed into the center, a silent promise between him and this tiny, exotic potential. A splash of water, a spot by the sunniest window, and the experiment began. The first surprise came the very next morning. A slender, pale green shoot had already pierced the soil, reaching eagerly for the light. This was no ordinary plant. Day by day, its growth was a spectacle of impossible speed, a time-lapse film unfolding in real time. By the end of the week, it was a robust seedling with leaves that defied botanical norms. They unfurled in elegant spirals, their surfaces etched with intricate patterns that resembled circuit boards or distant constellations. At night, a strange phenomenon occurred. These patterns would begin to emit a soft, ethereal glow, a faint luminescence that pulsed gently in the darkness of his living room. The air around the plant grew cool and smelled faintly of ozone and damp earth after a thunderstorm. Alex would spend hours just watching it, mesmerized by its silent, radiant language, a growing sense of wonder mixing with a touch of unease. The plant's growth accelerated, its vines curling gracefully around his bookshelf and reaching towards the ceiling. Then, one evening, the growth stopped as suddenly as it had begun. At the very top of the plant, where a flower might be expected to bloom, a single large bud had formed. Over the next few hours, it swelled, its outer layers peeling back not with the delicacy of petals, but with the deliberate precision of a mechanical iris. In its place, a fruit began to form, smooth and ovate, glowing from within. The light intensified, casting dancing, intricate shadows across the room. It was no longer a soft glow, but a brilliant, pulsating beacon, washing the entire apartment in an otherworldly azure light that seemed to hum with a low, resonant frequency. The fruit was the source, a vibrant, living heart that beat with a rhythm that felt both alien and strangely familiar. Standing before the luminous spectacle, his heart pounding in his chest, Alex felt an irresistible pull. The light seemed to call to him not with sound, but with a silent, psychic suggestion. It promised answers to questions he hadn't even known how to ask. Hesitantly, he reached out, his fingers trembling as they neared the fruit's smooth, warm surface. The moment his skin made contact, the world dissolved. It was not a physical sensation, but a cognitive explosion. His mind was flooded with a torrent of cosmic visions, the birth of swirling nebulae, the silent journey of comets through crystalline star fields, and the sight of bizarre, non-humanoid beings tending to celestial gardens on a world bathed in the light of two suns. He understood, in that instantaneous flash of enlightenment, that this seed was a traveler, a messenger from a civilization light years away, and he had just become its first point of contact. The universe, in all its infinite and terrifying beauty, had just taken root in his living room.